Hello everyone. So we are back to the design series. Let us see the decorator design pattern in this video. So what is a decorator design pattern? It is a structural design pattern that lets you add new behavior or responsibility to the object dynamically without modifying the original class. So that is the most important advantage of using a decorator design pattern. And it is very easy to implement this pattern. So let us understand how we can do that. The main concept here is to use the same interface in all the classes so that you can exchange the classes and you can pass them inside the arguments so that new behavior or a decorator kind of system can be created. So we just wrap the original object inside a new class. So let us take an example of a text editing system and let us try to implement it. So I'll just create a file decorator.cpp. Hash include IOStream using namespace std. Then the first thing I would need is a component, which is the base component. So I'm going to create a text class. This text class will be having certain decorators where we want to add some new functionality. So this is the base class. Public. Let's have a virtual method string get content. Now I would also have a destructor text. After this, I can have like plain text as well. So let us create a class plain text, which extends the text class publicly. Right. Inside this, I would be having a string called, let us say, content. Public. I would be having a constructor, plain text, const string ampersand s, or let us name it C, because we have content, and we'll just set it to C using the initializer list. Then we'll be having the method get content, string get content, because it is a plain text. So we are just going to return the content. Right. So with this, the plain text class is over. Now let us create a new class which is called a text decorator, which will be used for further means inheritance for creating decorator classes. So I'll say base decorator class text decorator, and it also implements the same interface text. Now inside this, let us keep it protected. Inside protected section, I'll be having a text. So it can be a plain text, it can be a text interface of anything. So I'm just saying it is going to be a text. Why? Because my text decorator is also implementing the text interface itself. So at some point, I can also assign this wrapper as text decorator, or I can assign a plain text or anything. So we'll just see in the future when I'm going to make use of it. Public. Now we need a constructor text decorator. It will be having a text pointer. Let us name it T. Wrapper will be assigned the T, and then we have get content. Now get content will override, get content will only return you the content, whatever the wrapper is having. So I'll say wrapper of get content, and it will return the content, whatever it is holding. Now, let us have some concrete decorators, which we are going to implement. So let us name it concrete decorator. Now, concrete decorator can be, let us take an example of italic and bold itself. So class, let us form bold decorator. Now it will implement, either we could have taken text, but now we have already created a base text editor. So we'll just implement the text decorator. Inside the text decorator, first of all, I'll just create a constructor, bold decorator, and I need to have a text pointer over here. And then I'll just call the parent class constructor. So text decorator, and I'll just pass the T. Now after this, I need to have the get content method. I have to override it. So it will return me string get content and override. At this point, I'm going to add some new functionality. So let us say it is some HTML format, B being bold, and I'll just add whatever my text decorator is having, its get content will be called, and whatever will be there at the end of that, I also need to have ending bold tag. So I'll just return the new content, which is modified after being bold. In the same way, I can also have the italic class italic decorator, again publicly implementing text decorator. Inside this, we have to have a constructor, italic decorator, text pointer T, again calling the base class constructor, and we'll just pass the argument T. After this, I have to override the get content here. So string get content. Now override, and now we have to make it italic. So there is I tag. So I'll just return the I tag instance. So again, text decorator class, and I'll call get content from it. Whatever content is returned after modification, I'll just add the closing italic tag over it. With this, the italic class is also over. Now we'll see how we can make use of it. Int main. Now, first of all, let us create a text, a plain text, we can say. Plain is equal to new plain text, and we will name it, say hello world. Right. After this, I'm going to create a bold decorator. So again, it is going to be a text pointer, bold, new bold decorator, and I'll pass the plain pointer inside it. The next I'm going to do is again text pointer, This time it will be italic, new italic decorator, and I'll again pass the plain object. This time, if I want to have bold and italic both, so I have text pointer, bold italic will be equal to new bold decorator. Inside the bold decorator, since I just need to have a text pointer, so I can again pass italic decorator, and inside that I'll just pass a plain. So this will also work because we are going to pass a text pointer, and it can be any of the decorators, even the plain text will work. So this is the way how we are adding certain functionalities. Instead of modifying the existing class, we are just adding some new classes and we are adding certain functionality into it. Now, if I'll just go ahead and see out all of this, let us say plain text, get content, handle, see out, we have a bold text for that, bold of get content. Then we have see out, italic, of get content. Then we have see out, bold and italic both, bold plus italic, let us say. We have bold, italic, get content. Now, after doing this, we should also delete the pointers that we have created. So I'll just say cleaning up some memory, nothing else. So delete plain, delete italic, delete bold, and delete bold italic. And at the end, just return 0. So this is the way how we implement the decorator by adding some new functionality without modifying any existing class. Now let us try to compile it and see whether there are any errors. Okay, G++ decorator.cpp check. Okay, it compiled successfully. If I try to run it, so you can see the plain text is hello world. The bold text have the bold tags. Italic has the italic one. For bold plus italic, we can see both the tags are there. And we did not even modify any of the existing class. We just created a new class and we tried to add some new functionality to it. So this is the way how we implement decorator pattern, and it is widely used in system design questions as well.